Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Exile 3, Ruined World. And oh boy do I need some healing. Unfortunately, Steven is basically out of spell points. Fortunately, I am back in the Portal Fortress, which does have a healer in residence. Also, I just noticed I have cleansing powder, which I'm pretty sure does cure disease? Let's try that. I also have a weak curing potion, but that's just for poison. Cast cleanse, find metallic powder. Well, that's a relief. No one is in imminent danger of dying right now, not even Amethyst. Speaking of which, whew, my, am I glad that I was able to pull off a mid-battle raise dead on her. And oh, interesting. It looks like she didn't even lose any core stat points. Nifty. I don't know if that's something that only happens when you get raised by a healer, or if it's something that was true in previous games and not in this one. I tend to just reload when characters die most of the time. But yeah, it's been a little while since my last recording session. I had to take a break after that monster of a session. You stand again before the portal. It is as powerful as always, but wavers and sputters occasionally, as if all that energy was not under control as much as it could be. Enter it? Can I? You move closer to the portal, but waves of heat and force start to push you back. Ripples of fiery red appear in its surface. You push harder, trying to get inside. Celeste jumps up and stops you. What are you doing? The portal doesn't go anywhere now. You step in, and bits of you will be scattered from here to the sun. Idiots! Chastened, you back away from the portal. Hehe, I wanted to see what that did. Celeste the mage still stands in front of the portal. Oh, this is the same message as before we went to solve the demon problem in the tower. So the portal is still unstable and angry red. She no longer looks unconcerned about its proximity. Presumably they will be shutting the whole thing down soon if they haven't already. The tower disaster cut the portal loose at the Exile end, and it'll take a lot of work to anchor it again. Nobody is going down and coming up for a while. I hope you can make peace with the Empire, or we will have to fight a war with no reinforcements. Oh boy. That is kinda dire. So maybe they won't be shutting the portal down entirely, but it is going to take a significant amount of time for things to calm down at the ruins of the tower and for them to reinstate the portal. Oh, I guess that's where Denise... Oh, Denise was here before she went off to her assignment. No. She didn't have to go back to the tower because she sent us back to the tower to get her necklace, so she presumably went somewhere else. So Denise is probably alive somewhere, I hope? Hey, Carol. Little help, please? Only 25 gold to heal damage? I like it. I like it so much I'll do it again. And another! Just want to see if anything else notable has changed around here. The guards are still fighting with the giant lizards. Okay, I had thought we might see some different NPCs around here, but we'll see how that works later. Because with the tower and most of its mages gone, I'm not entirely certain how we're going to get our eventual reward for defeating the Golem Plague. Also, wow, spell points recuperate kind of fast. This seems like another good time to check in with an Axamander. An Axamander greets you. I heard what you did at the tower. We all owe you a great debt. I've seen to it that Levy has something very nice for you. Salberg and X are here now. Ah, they're in Fort Emergence, not the Portal Fortress. They managed to escape, thank goodness. Should you need to go to them for rewards in the future, they're puttering around somewhere nearby. Also, apparently Flanagan is still out in New Formalo, even though that investigation is surely done with by now. Oh, right, go see Levy. Levy looks through a large book, finds something of interest, and says, "Not bad. Those trogs and giants must have been tough. I'm sure this will make up for the trouble." He gives you a necklace from behind the counter. Okay. Levy checks his records. Ah, you expelled the demons from the Tower of Magi, possibly saving all of Exile. For that, you get a shield. He hands you a shield. Hooray. Right, so supposedly X and Salberg are around here somewhere. I don't exactly know where. I usually don't get the tower event to trigger before I've dealt with all the surface plagues. I have been deliberately dawdling at some points to show things off and make sure that I got the tower event in this playthrough. Cheeseball's here! But I certainly wasn't expecting the tower event to happen before I even got to the city of Gale. Okay, apparently Cheeseball doesn't actually have any new dialogue that I can find. I'm happy he's alive, though. There are benefits to being a magical familiar to a very powerful wizard. This is not actually where I wanted. When looking for powerful wizards, often good to check the library or magical offices. No, that's Bera. And I already talked to him about the evidence that we have recently found. Well, folks, I hope this entire episode isn't just searching around places we've already been. I'm going to assume that Salberg and X are not in the beds here. Okay, I'll find them eventually. But for now, I do have some things I'd like to identify. And Habaker does it pretty cheap. Onyx Charm gives magic resistance, can be good. Where did I get the steel shield again? Possibly the same place I got the steel spear and the steel greatsword. Magic large shield is honestly not that great. It's only got 1 encumbrance, which is good for a shield with this much defense. But it's kind of heavy, and I already have a rune shield and a crystal shield in Steven's inventory. Okay, those are both pretty valuable. Okay, I have a couple of items to sell whenever I get to a good place for that. Oh, now I guess we go back to whatever it is we were doing up north. Now, I could teleport directly to Gale, but I would kind of rather approach it the more natural way. Also, I know that Lorelei has a random item shop. Also, I've confirmed that Pearl does have a steel wave blade, which is even better than the iron wave blade, so I'm gonna sell that one. I'm not sure if I should keep the Potion of Bliss or not. Oh, right, Amethyst doesn't have any of her stuff equipped. I should fix that. And again, I'm not sure if the Wand of Acid is actually doing me much good. Make sure and slap some things onto Amethyst before I forget. And let's not forget about her armor. There. Now I can see what Randall has. Gold bar. How exciting. Ooh, magic arrows. Should I get magic arrows? I do have magic arrows. It's not like I'm hurting for gold. Wand of Charming is sort of tempting with how useful that's been. Let's see. I don't think I have any other business to attend to in Lorelei. I can see if there's any jobs I can take. Isle of Begale, don't want to go there. Delan and Goldale, don't feel like going that way. Keeper of Delan, meh. If I wanted to make some money quickly, these could be a good way to do it. Actually, do I have any skill points built up? Not enough to really do anything good with. Okay, I think I remember where I left the horses now. Somewhere up by one of these rivers. Wasn't there a town nearby? There we are. And now our interrupted exploring can recommence! Can recommence right here, apparently. So I do remember that the city of Gale is somewhere northish of here. Interesting. Do I want to investigate this swampy bit of land? Oh ho! This marsh is infested with giant snakes, a bunch of which have emerged in order to hunt down some large, fresh meat. Some of the snakes are larger and weirder looking than the others. Oh boy, more Nagas. Isn't Jeff Vogel's game design wonderful, where he's got all these random little bits where you just know something's gotta be here? I do have Divine Thud now. Okay, there's 2 Nagas. Let me reconsider. Divine Thud is good when everyone's all bunched up. Yeah. And Peridot, you can do a wall of ice or something. Now, let's not go summoning more snakes. About that Divine Thud. Yes, good. Well, it's definitely good against asps. Ooh, you guys are fire resistant. Oh, you can summon more than just snakes. I don't think I like that. Okay, that was quite a good one. Well, now that's just embarrassing. I got overconfident and thought surely I was not in danger of dying from these mid-level enemies. Let's try that again, but better. Okay, that went a lot better. Turns out anti-magic field made things easier once again. Now let's do a little bit of curing. And back to it. Okay, need to find another way over the river and or mountains here. This looks like it could be something interesting. As you reach the top of the valley, you round a corner and find a small, concealed fortification. The armed men at the gate wear the uniforms and armor of Empire soldiers, but something doesn't seem right. Their armor is torn up and incomplete, and the men you see through the gate are busy dividing up booty, not preparing for battle. This must be a camp of Empire deserters, who fled their posts and became brigands when the monsters came. When they see you, they don't attack. However, they do grab their weapons and move to defend themselves. They don't seem at all interested in conversation. So we could leave them in peace, but knowing that the penalties for being an Empire Army deserter is generally death, I might as well deliver it to them. Also, it's Empire archers and captains. This shouldn't be too hard. Okay, no special message for killing those guys. Alright, I got some more gold. Hooray. That seems to be the northern end of this mountain range. And a town. Gale is actually southeast of here, and Tavrono is northeast. Hello. Interesting, I can't ford the river, but I can go through here. Oh no. You suddenly hear inhuman, ghastly laughter echoing off the valley walls around you. Gaseous, eerie creatures float down from the sky and block your path. They're eye beasts. One of them says, in a wispy, gravelly voice, "You are at our mercy, humans. Give us 300 of your gold, or we will engulf you. Do you pay?" I'm going to take my chances with beating you up. When the eye beasts see that no payment is coming, they react with instant and mind-shattering violence. Okay, you said eye beasts, but these are gazers. Somewhat different, skills between the two of those. mentioned that I really enjoy having a quick cast on my side sometimes? And I had 3 people gain a level. Woohoo! Interesting. So 2 thoughts here. 1, what could be in this tree-covered peninsula that I can only get to by flying? Nothing? And 2, what on earth is this? This valley is deathly silent and devoid of life, and the dirt and stones are covered with a thin layer of slime. These signs together are generally indicative of a highly unwelcoming place. Pit of the... Oh. Pit of the Worm. I think I remember what this might be. And I don't think I want to investigate it right now. Because I do vaguely remember hearing someone, I think it was Judith, mentioning an artifact that was located somewhere near the town of Greendale. I think that might be it. And Pit of the Worm, I vaguely remember as being a pretty horrible dungeon to get through. Okay, apparently I've seen that whole peninsula now. Great. I will come back to you soon. I just want a nice breather episode between horrible, horrible dungeons. Okay, apparently that goes nowhere. Uncontrolled lands, beware. Golem patrols are everywhere. You cross the long stone bridge and see a heated battle going on the other side. A band of Empire soldiers, armed with halberds and longbows, are busily decimating a small group of golems. They seem to be winning, but even a single golem can be lethal if it fires a shot at the right place. If you want, you can reach the soldiers in time to help. You join the soldiers for what looks like a cakewalk of a battle. However, when golems start crawling over the railings of the bridge, it becomes clear that the creatures have set an ambush. The intense battle begins. Ooh, all 4 kinds of golem. Interesting. Time for my new favorite spell. Now, quick gas, don't stand in the wall of blades. You're not blessed to heck and back like me, so you're not avoiding all the damage. Also, Divine Thud has a good damage radius and really good range, too. Maybe shouldn't be hitting my own characters with that. I'm starting to consider trying to soul capture a Empire Archer. Those guys are kind of effective against not me. Okay, is that everybody? I think that's all of them. Don't ask what the golems are doing carrying food. The soldiers thank you profusely for saving their bacon. They tell you they're led by General Bazuron in Tevrono, the only general to have success leading soldiers against the golems. They tell you to be sure to go up and meet him. Then they head north. Azardon Bridge, Gale to the south, and Tevrono to the north. I should go visit Gale soon, I really should. But I've been faffing about a bit already for this episode, and Greendale is right here. And another sign of beware, golems are everywhere. You reach the town of Greendale, a logging community nestled in at the west edge of the dense Monoro forest. Unfortunately, this town has been hit hard by the golems. Most of the buildings are ruined, and Empire soldiers are the only people in sight. And given that didn't come here until day 163, it's possible that I've missed a little bit of content here. Yeah, that is... Oh, hello. Actually, do I have anyone I don't want just wailing on this thing? Okay, I begin to think I should curse you, and that might improve my ability to hit you. Arg! Good riddance. Uh-oh, fire golem. More golems. Oh, good job. This building seems intact. The sign is simply a painting of a scroll. Oh, one person's still here. This wizard is truly ancient. You're almost afraid something is going to fall off of him while he talks to you. I am Mackleton the Wizard. He grunts and says angrily, I make magic items, same as I've done for 50 years, and if you came to get me to leave, it ain't gonna work.
They're about to abandon my home to those overgrown statues out there, are they? Well, I ain't going along with it. This is where I've lived for 50 years, where I've honed my craft, and I'm going down with the ship. Mark my words. Now, you gonna buy magic items, or just waste my time? That's right, I make 'em with my own hands, enchant 'em myself. You gonna purchase something, or just stand there like hooked fish?
Ooh, can buy piercing crystal, shielding crystal, crystal wand. Goo bomb is less impressive. I don't need any of these, but cool that there's a source of piercing crystals way up here. Okay, now that I've met Mackleton there... I think this town may well have been pretty well destroyed, even on day 1. Greendale Stables. Aw, no horses here. And if I can talk to any of the guards, then, oh, probably that one. That one's got a unique sprite. Or different than the other ones. Nope, just a guard. I wish I could tell where the golem is. And it's dead. Okay, that apparently is it for Greendale. Oy. Alright, folks, tune in next time for when I finally reach the city of Gale. Until then, have a good one, everybody.